Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. You guys know that I've started this series of conversations with people who have inspired me and people who have inspired all of you out there. So I thought about who I want to get my next guest on my show, and I thought it should be somebody from women's cricket. And whenever I think about women's cricket, especially in Pakistan, there's only one name that comes up in my mind. Somebody who has really become a global icon for Pakistan, somebody who has inspired so many young girls to take up cricket. I am so proud of her, and I'm sure that you're all really proud of her. We recently saw her as an expert in PSL as well. She has retired now, but she's left a legacy for everybody to remember and take up the sport in the future as well. So thank you so much, Sana. Sana Mir is here with me. Of course, you can all see her. Sana, I'm really glad. I know we've been talking for a few days कि करना है और हो नहीं रहा था. But I'm glad that you've joined this show. Um, women's cricket. There's a lot that I want to talk about women's cricket. What are the challenges? Where have we improved and all of that? But I want to ask you, like, when you got into this, did you ever think that you are going to become a household name like this? Was that ever, even in your wildest imagination, was that ever the case?
I've always been a big dreamer. So I would say that I had, of course, I would have dreamt about it that when I represent my country, I make my country proud whenever I wear the green jersey. ये मेरा बचपन से ख्वाब था to wear the uniform. So I've always dreamt big, but to actually see it happen, I'll have to say I feel very blessed that in a matter of 15 years, which as when you see as a development of a whole cricketing nation is a very small amount of time. We have been playing since 96, the women's team for Pakistan, but what really happened between 2005 and 2020, these 15 years have been, I have to say, the most eventful. Jisme we started off with having no contracts, no payments whatsoever, and then becoming, I would still say we are semi-professionals, but yeah, being semi-professional, getting paid to play cricket. So this whole transition, and then people not accepting initially that women should play sport or whether they'll be good at it or not, and then actually parents coming to us and telling us that they want their daughters to play cricket for Pakistan. So this whole on various levels, this development on various levels, that is something that I would not have thought of. कि इतना जल्दी इतना सब कुछ हो जाएगा. It definitely it was quite a slow process to be in, but when we see it as a bigger picture, जब आप बाकी ममालिक की development देखते हैं, किसी भी exporting history को देखते हैं, उस हिसाब से I would say कि हमने माशाल्लाह बहुत ही कम time पे काफी कुछ achieve किया.
नहीं, डेफिनेटली आई थिंक प्रोग्रेस वाइज सना, मैं अक्सर कहती हूँ कि जब मैं देखती हूँ वुमेन्स क्रिकेट को, सो ऑब्वियसली काफी देर से है, बट जितना एक्सपोजर और नाम आई वुड से प्रॉब्ली इन द लास्ट 5-6 years ग्लोबली एक हमने देखा है कि एक चेंज आया है. इट्स नॉट जस्ट इन पाकिस्तान. आई मीन इफ यू हैव अ फुल हाउस इन MCG for the final of the World T20, there's nothing bigger than that. और even वो जो लॉर्ड्स में जो मैच हुआ था, जो वर्ल्ड कप का मैच हुआ था, जिसमें you had so many people turn up. So it's not like there is this perception that women's cricket को कोई follow नहीं करता, कोई देखता नहीं है. शायद back in the day that was the case, but do you think the world is changing now?
I think it has changed. I would say the change has come. We have seen it with our own eyes. For me, what has been the game changer in women's cricket has to be the ICC Championship. Hands down, what it did was it gave an opportunity to the lower ranked teams to play regular cricket with the top ranked teams out of ICC global tournaments. And I think that was the game changer for women's team, because otherwise the product never looked good. क्योंकि हम लोग इन बड़ी टीम्स को खेलते थे सिर्फ वर्ल्ड कप्स में. टीम्स लाइक पाकिस्तान, श्रीलंका, साउथ अफ्रीका, बांग्लादेश, वेस्ट इंडीज, they would only play the top teams, Australia, New Zealand, England, India in a World Cup. फिर वो added pressure World Cup का, आपको bowlers का नहीं पता, batters का नहीं पता. Back in the day, matches TV पर नहीं आते थे, so you had no data to see कि कौन सा bowler in swing अच्छी कर रहा है, कौन सी bowler out swing अच्छी कर रही है. So all this thing basically lowered the quality of cricket we used to see or play. But with all the technology coming in, with all the support staff increasing, फिर matches TV पे आना शुरू हो गया, and this ICC championship, I think that was the biggest game changer. जब हम लोग को regular bilateral series Australia से, New Zealand से मिली, we started facing 120, 130 kilometers bowler like regularly. So फिर जब World Cup में the same bowlers came, it was not a shocker for a lot of girls. Things like that. I think for me, that has been the game changer, and the way ICC has pushed women's cricket, putting their weight behind women's cricket. I think it has definitely changed it drastically. और आहिस्ता आहिस्ता what I see is कि ये women tennis की तरह it can be a product like that. कि आज सेरेना विलियम्स बहुत बड़ी स्टार है, रॉजर फेडरर भी हैं और नडाल भी है, बट सेरेना विलियम्स अपने उन पे एक बहुत बड़ी स्टार है. तो ऑस्ट्रेलियन प्लेयर्स, इंग्लैंड के प्लेयर्स, अभी वो ग्लोबल उनकी लड़कियों की भी स्टैंडिंग बन रही है. एंड आई थिंक इन द नेक्स्ट 5-10 years हम उसको और ज्यादा करीब आते देख सकते हैं.
Right. And of course, it always helps to have, people who perform well for your country, because then that sets a precedent for other young girls to follow. That is what you did. I mean, you were the number one ODI bowler, October 2018 in the ICC rankings, and we've never had something like that before. So it was such a proud moment for the country. I'm sure आपके लिए भी जो था, you were extremely proud, right?
I think that is one thing that I can admit कि वो मेरे लिए as a dream भी सोचते वक्त भी थोड़ी सी रुकावट आती थी, because before Mithali Raj and Jhulan Goswami from India, they had been from Asia as cricketers. They had taken the first number one spot in batting and bowling, respectively. But other than that, I've never seen a Sri Lankan or a Bangladeshi girl, or for that matter in any other sport जिसमें हम देखें कि एशियन कोई लड़की जो है वो वर्ल्ड रैंकिंग में आए. सो एक तो मिताली राज और गोस्वामी का थोड़ा सा एक मैंने देखा उनको इस तरीके से. हमारे पास तो इंटरनेशनली ग्लोबली नंबर वन रैंकिंग फीमेल आइकॉन्स नहीं थे. तो उसके बाद रिसेंटली जब मैंने देखा तो इट वाज सानिया मिर्जा एंड मार्टिना हिंगिस. मार्टिना हिंगिस हैज बीन वन ऑफ माय वेरी फेवरेट एथलीट्स फ्रॉम टेनिस. So उनको जब मैंने देखा, फिर भी मैंने सोचा कि यार it has come through a collaboration again with an Asian, with a foreign player, और फिर वो number one बने. So to do it on your own, of course with the help of your team and support staff, that was something unheard of in Pakistan. But I'm really grateful to first of all to the Almighty who had given me the chance to play for so long, gave me that experience, and then to my mentors, my coaches, and my team. Everyone contributed. Of course, it is an individual milestone, but it has to come. आपको सबको मिलके ही काम करना होता है to actually achieve that. And the most why it was really special for me was I became number one after playing a series with Australia, the number one team by far in women's cricket. In any capacity आप देखें तो Meg Lennon, Elise Perry, Healy, ये सब top players खेल रहे थे उस tournament में. Malaysia provided a pretty flat track. It was not a big turnout. So to be able to do that against one of the best teams, I think वो एक बहुत ही satisfactory time था मेरे लिए. और मजे की बात ये है कि it was more of the mental and inner work I did. हम क्रिकेट में बहुत बात करते हैं फिजिकल फिटनेस और स्किल लेवल की और इन सब चीजों की, वो तो बहुत जरूरी है. But what I went through in that phase was mostly my mental and inner stuff that I was doing. So that has opened different side of me and different basically things that I'm working on now also. We talked so much about 90% mental or the ki game hai. So actually I was able to fully do it. So definitely that has been one of the most satisfactory as an individual playing the sport.
But that's not your only sort of milestone that you've achieved. You were also the captain of the Wisdom's women's team of the decade. I mean, that in itself is spectacular. I mean, I'm sure your family must be really, really proud of you as well. जब वो देखते होंगे कि इतने बड़े publications में आपका नाम आ रहा है, I'm sure they must be like, you know what, we did the right thing by supporting her.
Yeah, so I'll tell the story a lot. When I was in NAST engineering, I was not able to decide whether I should quit and play cricket or whatever. So do mahine I was like going to the university crying, coming back from the university crying in my car with my father. He used to pick and drop me because unka office ka rasta wahin se tha. So he would watch me depressed and all that. So unhone wo 2 mahine ka mera struggle dekha. And then he said that we have got a lot of female engineers in Pakistan. We do not have a lot of female cricketers. So just go and try it. So that was another turning point in my life when he put his weight behind me. अम्मी की तो हमेशा से बहुत ज़्यादा मुझे support रही है. उन्होंने हमेशा he has just never ever put any kind of burden on me. जो तुमने करना है तुम करो. So she was always there. My brother was my first coach. My sister has been like flying all around the world watching me play for Pakistan. So I mean, the whole family, alhamdulillah, has been extremely supportive, and of course they feel very proud. बल्कि ये Wisden वाली जो खबर है, captain of the decade, when someone tagged me on Twitter, so I messaged in the family group. I said, "Oh, I've been announced. I've been named in the team of the decade." And then my brother sent the article back and said, "No, you have been named the captain of the team of the decade." So I didn't realize. I was quite excited. It's team of the decade. My name is there. So when I was announced the captain, and then I of course listened to the podcast, and they told that how they also not only saw what was happening on the ground, because a lot of the captains, a lot of the players who are part of that team have won World Cups for their country, one-day World Cups, T20 World Cups, and sometimes both. I have not done it, but they also saw the struggle outside the field. So that was, again, a moment where you feel that you have been seen. So
yeah, I need to, because you mentioned your mother over here, Sana. I need to ask you, I mean, we face this dilemma in our part of the world, mainly in the subcontinent, that as soon as you turn 20, they start saying, "Acha, chalo, when are you going to get married? When is now she's finished, completed her education. Now it's time to look for some great rishtas and marry her off." Was that ever the case with you? I mean, was your mother ever interested in that aspect? Ki nahi, tum cricket na khelo, because if you do, you might be losing out on your personal life.
So no, not like that. But my mother got married when she was 17. So she was very young when she got married. So that's why there was some part of her who wanted me to just enjoy what I was, even though my parents have had a beautiful life together, mashallah, but of course she wanted me to study and do whatever I wanted to. So she was extremely supportive. And it was never like I would say कि नहीं जब तक मैं cricket खेल रही हूँ मुझे अब तंग मत करें वो. But of course my whole focus was on development of women's cricket in Pakistan. मैच खेल के भी आके कभी लॉबी करने जा रहे हैं, कभी ऑफिसेज में उनको कन्विंस करने जा रहे हैं अब आपको ये करना चाहिए. So I was pretty occupied until I would say 2 or 3 years ago, until I was the captain. मेरे पास किसी और चीज का टाइम नहीं था. After that I had more time on my hands. But yes, of course, when I think in my late 20s, there was a phase where ये इस तरह की थोड़ी सी स्ट्रेस लेवल बढ़ा घर पर भी और मेरे अंदर भी. But what I have to say, the age factor in Pakistan, it's rubbed into women. और बहुत सी players हमारी मेरे से पहले जो रही हैं, they faced even more. But being the senior most player, मुझे भी बहुत ज़्यादा face करना पड़ा. The moment I turned 27, I was the oldest player on the team. कब तक खेलेगी, retire क्यों नहीं हो रही, ये है वो है, इस तरह की बातें बहुत सी सुनने को मिली. अब ये कि because I played till 34, अभी तक जब तक कोई 30 तक टच नहीं करता उस तक ये प्रेशर आता नहीं. So of course वो हमने प्रेशर बहुत फेस किया. पर शादी का यही है कि ये प्रेशर होता तो है, but I've what my take on marriage is it's a companionship and people need to add value in each other's lives, and that's how I see it. And if I find someone like that, definitely अगर नहीं होता तो नहीं होता. आई थिंक और वो जब भी जिसका टाइम सही हो, आई थिंक उसको उसी वक्त करनी चाहिए. वी शुड नॉट पुश पीपल इनटू इट just because a number kind of age has come or gone. So I think that's how I see it.
And there are lots of people who get married and they get married early, and that's fine. It works well for them. But there are not a lot of people who come on the wisdom's list of the decade, women's list of the decade, or they don't become the number one, ODI bowler. So there's always a perspective to everything, Sana. That's the way I look at it.
And there's a price you pay for the kind of life you want to live. So
yeah.
So
I mean, I can tell you that, even from my personal experience, although I don't play cricket, but I was wherever the team was playing, and I got married very late. I got married at the age of 32. So it was one of those things that people were like, "Itna late you, itna late you." Huh?
For me, that's early.
That's early, yeah. Well, I mean, if you look at our society, from a society perspective, it's still pretty late, right? So, and it was always this thing, and I said the same thing. I said, look, I can either be on the field or I can be just focused on this one thing. So, it's a combination, and I feel like as a society, we need to move past the age factor. And also realize that there is so much more to add in a woman's life than just getting married. They can add so much value in so many other things. So more power to you on.
And I think I 100%. I also want to say here, I 100% believe in the institute of marriage, and the roles women play when they get married. I highly respect the women, the married women, the homemakers, the mothers. For me, that's an achievement at par with any other achievement. When you become a mother, or when you become a wife, and हर बंदे की अपनी एक satisfaction का level है, और उसको किसी को दूसरे को कम हम नहीं समझना चाहिए. जो कि working women है, उनका अपना एक तरीका है. जो दोनों को चला रही है, उनका अपना एक तरीका है. जो वो life choose करिए. For me, that's empowerment. If you can choose it your way. So I think hats off to all the women in all the fields, in whatever capacity they are contributing.
Acha, tell me something. I mean, considering that you made a change in your career, you earlier were a fast bowler. Now that you look back, in hindsight, do you think that was the right decision to switch and become an off spinner?
100%. And this decision was not taken by me. It was taken purely by God, because I had a stress fracture in my back.
Yeah.
And I tried remodeling my action for at least 6 to 8 months, and I couldn't. So जब हम लोग छोटे थे तो हम स्ट्रीट क्रिकेट खेलते थे, तो मगरिब के बाद जब अंधेरा जरा ज्यादा हो जाता था तो हम प्लास्टिक बॉल के साथ स्पिन बॉलिंग खेलते थे. तो उस वक्त फास्ट बॉलिंग अलाउड नहीं थी. That's how I also knew how to spin the ball. But हुआ ये कि हम लोग जब मेरा स्ट्रेस फ्रैक्चर हुआ एशिया कप के बाद, तो फिर हांगकांग की टीम ने आना था पाकिस्तान. उसमें मैं एज ए बैटर खेली. उस वक्त इतने क्रिकेटर्स, फीमेल क्रिकेटर्स नहीं थी, तो उनको बैटिंग भी चाहिए थी. तो एज ए बैटर आई प्लेड. उसके बाद उसके फौरन बाद एक और एशिया कप आ गया. So the Asia Cup came and my remodeling of my action was not completed. और मैं नेट पे एक साइड पे शैडो बॉलिंग कर रही हूँ, बोरिंग काम, ना आगे कोई बैटर है ना कोई विकेट ली जा रही है और बस शैडो बॉलिंग हो रही है. So I got really like bored and then I went to the net and मैंने कोच को बोला, हम लोग कि उमर रशीद उस टाइम पे कोच होते थे, मैंने कहा सर मुझे स्पिन बॉलिंग भी आती है, लेट मी ट्राई इट ऑन द नेट, मुझे बहुत बोरिंग हो गया, मुझसे और नहीं हो रहा. तो उन्होंने कहा अच्छा बेटा आओ कर लो. मैंने एक बैटर को थ्रू द गैप्स बोल्ड किया, फिर दूसरी बैटर को थ्रू द गैप्स बोल्ड किया. तो उन्होंने कहा जब तुम्हें ये आता तो तुम्हें फास्ट बॉलिंग करने की क्या जरूरत. तो फिर एशिया कप हम इंडिया खेलने गए हुए थे. सो फिर वहां मैंने अपनी पहली दफा ऑफ स्पिन शुरू की. देन आई नेवर लुक बैक. आई यूज्ड टू मिस माय रन अप, वो जो वकार यूनुस को फुल कॉपी करके मैंने बनाया हुआ था. वो मैंने बड़ा मिस किया. But other than that, I never missed it because spin bowling was far, far easier to do than fast bowling physically. But analytically and technically, with the flatter wickets and now fielders coming in circle, it has become a much tougher job.
Was Waqar Yunus always your idol growing up? Like I read somewhere that you've always been very inspired by him.
Yes. For captaincy, it was Imran Khan. For fast bowling, it was Waqar Yunus.
You said that as captaincy wise, it was Imran Khan, and bowling wise, it was Waqar Yunus that you were inspired by. So, I mean, what is it that you loved about his bowling? Was it his action? Was it his run up? What did you look up to?
It was his run up and his in swinging yorkers. The way he used to bowl the batters. That was my ultimate dream. And I remember our ex-players telling me about Mithali Raj being the #1 batter in the world at that point. And I was like, बस मुझे उसको पहली विकेट मुझे उसकी चाहिए और बस मैंने उसको बोल्ड करना है यॉर्कर पे. So I would pray and I would visualize and all that stuff. So my debut match was against Sri Lanka. So I bowled 4 overs, didn't get any wicket. And then my next match was against India. And then I got Mithali Raj out on a yorker. So my dream came true in that sense of that.
Yeah, so I mean, like Waqar Yunus has been an inspiration for so many people, and it doesn't happen every time that you idolize him and you manage to get a wicket on that particular ball that you've always admired of him. So, great little story there, Sana. But like when I look at Pakistan cricket right now, I mean, there have been certain changes that we have seen. There are certain positives that we can look at as well. I mean, last year there was a review in the contracts of women's cricket, and there were certain changes that were made. For example, you know, small things like improving their perks, giving them the same kind of you know, treatment in the sense that पहले था कि जी लड़कियां economy, it is a small thing but it still matters, right? कि economy class travel करती हैं. No, I'm saying you're right. It's not a small thing, but what I mean to say is कि शायद लोगों को लगे कि मैं इस चीज के बारे में बात कर रही हूँ तो ये, you know, economy हो या वो हो. But I don't think it's about that. It's about equality. You know, it's about equality and having the same kind of rules for everybody. So these are welcome changes for you.
So as far as the travel arrangements is concerned, हम काफी अरसे से इसके ऊपर बात कर रहे थे कि why for an athlete business class matters is sometimes you have to fly for so many hours and then perform in a couple of days. So your body takes more time to recover. और फिर हम लोगों की budgets क्योंकि कम है women's cricket के men's cricket से, तो अगर men's cricket का जो कैंप होता था फॉरेन कंट्री में वो 2 हफ्ते का है तो हम लोगों का 5 दिन का होता था. सो हमें acclimatize भी जल्दी करना है, and then you go on an economy flight and then you start working the next day. तो वो physically बहुत मुश्किल हो जाता है with jet lag, with time zone difference, all that. तो ये चीजें बहुत ज्यादा फर्क पड़ता है इसका elite level पर athletes के. So definitely that was a welcome change, जिसको हम कहेंगे कि it was very important. कुछ और चीजें जो number of contracts कम हुए, वो चीजें इतनी मुझे मेरे नजदीक ठीक नहीं है. उस वजह से because हम लोग एग्जैक्ट सेम फॉर्मेट जो ऑस्ट्रेलिया और इंग्लैंड में चल रहे हैं हम यहाँ पर इसलिए नहीं कर सकते क्योंकि उनके ग्रास रूट पर लड़कियों को बहुत फैसिलिटीज हैं. Yeah, so I mean, for having lesser number of contracts, for me, my view is different than what's happening, because वहाँ पर ग्रास रूट लेवल पर इक्विपमेंट स्पॉन्सर्स मैच मिल जाते हैं लड़कियों को खुद, हर वक्त क्रिकेट हो रही है, क्लब्स ऑपरेशनल हैं, मैचेस हो रहे हैं. सो ये चीजें प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. यहाँ पर वी हैव टू create our own matches. We have to go to the clubs and say कि अच्छा हमें एक मैच दे दें, हमें मैच खिला दें. हमें इवन नेशनल प्लेयर्स को भी ऐसे करना पड़ता है. सो वो चीजें बहुत डिफरेंट.
But do you think that, I mean, the way it's been put out is that it's being perceived as an attempt to bring out the quality of women's cricket? I mean, that how do you give them an incentive to improve? Like, isn't it a case of you have to earn your central contract?
I mean, that would be a very good strategy if you have given them that basic facility at the grassroots level. But if the facilities are not there, how a middle class girl from a middle class family or a low middle class family afford to go to practice every day, buy good shoes, have good nutrition, have good equipment, and then be at a level where most of the other cricketers her age are globally. So हम लोगों को अगर उनको globally compete करना है, so we need to look into these things. अगर हम लोगों को सिर्फ उनको आपस में compete कराना है, so of course फिर ठीक है, फिर सही है कि आप कुछ लोगों को contract दे दें, कुछ को ना दें. तो जिनके पास नहीं होगा उनको दिल करेगा कि हम ले लें, और जिनके पास होगा उनको डर लगेगा कि हमारा चला जाएगा. I mean, this is one way of doing it, but if you actually want to grow the pool of players, I think a lot of resources have to go into the grassroots level. The number of, अगर आप देखिए इंडिया ने इस वक्त सिर्फ सीनियर जो क्रिकेटर्स हैं, even though they have a far better and far full-fledged domestic cricket structure, सिर्फ senior players, they were more than 22 contracts announced just for the senior players. अभी इसके बाद डेवलपमेंट स्क्वाड और अंडर 19s के अलग होंगे, और इसी तरह बाकी जगहों पर हैं. तो और फिर देन दे हैव आईपीएल, WIPL, वुमेन आईपीएल, जिसमें और बहुत से लोगों को वो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स मिल जाते हैं. सो वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट एस्पेक्ट ऑफ इट आल्सो.
Acha, looking back at the campaign, the World T20 campaign for women, I mean, we started off really well, Sana. It seemed like it suddenly gave a lot of people a lot of hope, but then things didn't really fall into place against South Africa. I mean, how do you look back at this campaign for Pakistan?
Yeah, I think we missed a very good chance to qualify for the semi-finals, which really breaks my heart, because this team, the way it was shaping up in the last 2 years, we had beaten West Indies, we had beaten South Africa, we had leveled the series against in South Africa, the one-day series, T20, we won from places like we were 3 for 3, and from there we won a match. So the depth in batting and the fighting spirit and all that stuff, it was working really well. So with the kind of first win against West Indies, I think we somewhere along the line missed an opportunity to play the semi-final of the World Cup, at least, I would say. South Africa was, for me, a shocker in strategy-wise, in the sense that Iram Javed, who won 2 matches for us in South Africa, when the team was 3 for 3, was sent number 7 or number 8. When Pakistan was at a very comfortable position, और उसमें भी आके she hit a few sixes, but it was too late for her to come at that point, and we were in a very comfortable situation. So for me, that was something that could have improved. और उसके बाद Thailand से 150 concede करना, that was a worrying sign for me as well. Which is, I mean, of course, for Thailand, you have to be very happy for a younger team coming into the tournament, playing their first tournament, and making 150 for just losing 3 wickets against one of the best bowling attacks जो हम मशहूर हैं in the world. but for me, from the Pakistan side, that was something जो हम लोग इतना अच्छा नहीं कर सके. और
But the
England से,
question
of
was that
course,
why
we
did
have.
we allow South Africa to get into that position in the first place? You know, to dominate us the way they did. What about the on-field tactics or the on-field changes? Do you think things could have been different had the right decisions been taken?
I mean, the overall strategy could have been better. Again, I would say, even though whatever happened, bowling में हमने फिर भी उनको अच्छा restrict कर लिया. और for a player who has won 2 matches against the same teams in their conditions, which were quite similar to Australia. We were playing in South Africa, and she went on, and she was woman of the match. The next match, she also batted us out of a very comfortable situation, and we went on winning a match. And that player was sent at number 7, number 8. So for me, that was something जो कि मुझे नहीं समझ आया कि why it happened. But yeah, I mean, that's all at the moment technically I can say.
Well, I mean, hopefully Pakistan does better in the next tournament that they get. Certainly, potential-wise, so koi issue nahi tha na. Like if you look at the team composition and the way they played initially, one can say that potential-wise, so koi issue nahi tha. But I think you know, positive approach हमेशा से रखनी चाहिए और support करना चाहिए अपनी team को regardless of how things are. I mean, that's the way I look at things. Achha, so I have this small segment which is called Hard Talk. बहुत inspired है BBC से, but like इतना कोई hard talk नहीं है. But like in the sense that I'll ask you, I only have 2 questions for you in this segment, considering that you've been so controversy-free in your career. I mean, there have been a few issues here and there, but I have not really. They weren't really important enough to be discussed. So there was this one point. I don't know. I don't want to call it a controversy. I think for me, it was not a controversy. For me, it was, at least personally, for me, I looked at it as the right message being sent. That there was a certain ad that came out, you know, and it was about this hair removal cream. About you know, Myra Khan was on the pitch. And she was, I think, playing basketball, if I'm not mistaken. And she was wearing these heels, and you know, it was a hair removal ad. And you came out with a very strong statement, and I think you would remember that more than anybody else, that women need strong arms to play, not smooth arms. And you wrote a whole post about it. I mean, what triggered you to actually put it out?
So again, when something like this happens, there's one boiling point, but then there are a lot of things that are happening in the background. So ever since I have come into this field, people, whenever they want you to endorse a product or whenever they want you to basically enhance their message, whatever their message is, they want women to look glamorized. They want to make women put a lot of makeup on, blow dry kare balon ko, ye kare, wo kare. So there's so many demands on women to actually be on screen. So मैंने उसको भी काफी resist किया है अपने पूरे tenure में, जितना मैं कर सकती हूँ, जितना मुझे पसंद है वो मैं करती हूँ. But जो एक जबरदस्ती की एक forcefully आपको एक करवाया कोशिश होती है, वो मेरी कोशिश होती है कि you feel comfortable with whatever you like. So वो एक चीज मैंने फील की कि women are always under pressure, no matter उनकी स्किल कितनी भी अच्छी हो, चाहे वो म्यूजिशियंस हैं, चाहे वो एक्टर्स हैं, चाहे वो क्रिकेट एनालिस्ट हैं, उनके ऊपर एक प्रेशर है. they need to look a certain way, they need to be a certain size. वो सारे एस्पेक्ट्स मेरे ऊपर प्ले कर रहे हैं. तो वो एक तो women फ्रंट पे एक जनरली सारी खवातीन को मैंने देखा इस प्रेशर में. उसके अलावा खास तौर पे स्पोर्ट्स की लड़कियों को, because you have to go outdoor. The biggest dilemma that even I faced from my extended family and sometimes from the family also, कि बाहर ना जाओ, रंग खराब हो जाएगा. So ये concept कि brown रंग या काला रंग खराब है, पहले तो ये बहुत problematic है. But उसके साथ साथ ये लड़कियों को और कॉन्शियस करना कि जी आपका रंग खराब हो जाएगा तो रिश्ते नहीं आएंगे, और मतलब सारी चीज पहले तो शादी के ऊपर डिपेंडेंट है, और उसके बाद फिर इस तरह की बातें। तो मैं अक्सर हंसती थी, मैं कहती थी अगर रंग देख के किसी ने शादी करनी है तो अच्छा है मेरी उससे शादी ना हो। तो मैं मस्ती में ये बात हमेशा आगे से जवाब देती। तो वो सारे एस्पेक्ट भी चल रहे थे। बट लड़कियों की ना ज़ैनब, मैंने बहुत डिफरेंट लेवल ऑफ स्पोर्ट्स, मैंने ताइक्वांडो की लड़कियों से मुलाकात की है, हॉकी की लड़कियां, बैडमिंटन, हर फील्ड में लड़कियों से की है। तो उनकी ऑलरेडी बहुत सी इनसिक्योरिटीज हैं फ्रॉम द बैकग्राउंड दे कम इन, जिन फैमिली से वो आती हैं, जितनी लड़ाई झगड़ा करके वो उस जगह तक पहुंचती हैं, उसके बाद हम उनके जहन में एक और इनसिक्योरिटी डाल दें, which is for so many of them might not be practically possible to always do it financially or otherwise. So I mean एक और insecurity हम उनकी लाइफ में ऐड कर दें, so वो it triggered and touched me very deeply कि भाई ये नहीं, आप ठीक है, आप मेन स्ट्रीम मीडिया इंडस्ट्री में आपने वुमेन जितना ग्लोरीफाई करना था औरत को कर लिया, उसके लिए एक मस्ट बन चुका है, पर एटलीस्ट स्पोर्ट्स में उसको मत लाएं। So that was something जो I truly believe in कि वो नहीं होना चाहिए। जो खुद को ग्लैमराइज करना चाहती हैं वो उनकी मर्जी है, उनको भी किसी को क्रिटिसाइज नहीं करना चाहिए। पर जो सिंपल रहना चाहते हैं, जो कि इसी तरीके से रहना चाहिए, उनके लिए भी स्पेस क्रिएट करने की जरूरत है। So that was my basically overall take on the issue, or it just worries me sometimes when I meet teenagers and उनके अब खास तौर पे विद सोशल मीडिया एंड ये सारे टिकटॉक और इस टाइप की इंस्टाग्राम और ये सारी चीजों से, जहां इनमें पॉजिटिव चीजें भी हैं, पर बच्चों में बहुत सी इनसिक्योरिटीज भी आती हैं। सो जितनी इनसिक्योरिटीज को हम कम कर सकें, बिकॉज जितना एक इंसान कॉन्फिडेंट होगा, सिक्योर होगा, वो एक बेहतर इंसान होगा दूसरे लोगों के लिए भी जो उसके इर्द गिर्द हैं। सो बेसिकली दैट वाज माय ओवरऑल कॉन्सेप्ट बिहाइंड इट। इट वाज नॉट अबाउट the actor who was playing it, because of course उनका एक स्क्रिप्ट होता है, कभी कभी तो मौका मिलता है उसको पढ़ने का, कभी कभी नहीं भी मिलता। but I don't know, I mean my main issue was with the content of that material and not anyone in the ad or anything.
Yeah, I mean, it was nothing personal. It was more on a level of giving the right kind of social message, because like you said, I mean, I come across so many women as well who are you know, they feel like if they need to get into my field even, you know, they feel like, oh, there's a certain pressure of looking a certain way. And I always tell them that, look, this is secondary. The way you look and everything, wo makeup, lights, everything, hair, wo, that will be so, that there is a team for that. What you need to focus on is your content, right? Because what you're talking about, you need to know the game. Yeah, I completely agree with you. We should be we should be encouraging women.
हाँ, बिकॉज अभी रिसेंट टाइम में हम, मतलब रिसेंट टाइम में कहती हूँ तो मैं 20-25 साल की बात करती हूँ कि हम ज्यादा सुपरफिशियल हो गए हैं एज ए सोसाइटी। पहले इतना नहीं था। अगर आप पहले के आइकॉन्स देखें तो आबिदा परवीन को हमने वैसे ही एक्सेप्ट किया जैसे वो हैं, ठीक है, उनको एक खास मोड में नहीं आना पड़ा। बट अब हम कितने लोगों को वैसे एक्सेप्ट करेंगे? तो ये एक एस्पेक्ट है कि जिसके ऊपर हमें सोचना चाहिए कि हमें जो एक वो बंदा एक स्किल लेके आ रहा है या औरत या आदमी अपनी एक स्किल पेश कर रहा है, ज्यादा ध्यान उसके ऊपर रखें। ये चीज
Yeah, I mean, if there is a basketball player, I'm sure nobody cares whether they're wearing heels on the court or coming with smooth arms. They're going to be concerned about the skill that they actually bring to the game. Huh?
They can dunk the ball or not, or dribble it well or not.
They can dunk the ball or not. Exactly. So yeah, I think you know, it's a great message that you put out for women out there. Color shaming, body shaming is something which should totally not be tolerated in our society. Acha, so there was another moment that I wanted to talk about that I saw. It was a very cryptic tweet. Don't blame a clown for acting like a clown.
No, don't. Don't go there. I'm still under contract.
Okay, I'll tell you something. I read the tweet and I was like, "Acha, so ye kiski taraf ishara ho?" I mean, that's all I made. I was like, this is a very cryptic tweet, and it's not a tweet that I normally see on Sana Mir's timeline. I mean, I see a lot of, like, if somebody is prone to writing something like that, then I'll be like, "Acha, you know, she's just, or she or he is just being themselves." This was definitely a kind of a indirect dig.
Yeah, it was. And the thing is, हम लोगों के जो contracts हैं ना पाकिस्तान players के, it's वो we can only say stuff inside. So बाहर अभी भी retirement के बाद भी I'm still under contract for the next 6 months. जो हम policies के ऊपर ज़्यादा बात नहीं कर सकते. So I would still honor that until even though my contract has finished and I'm retired, but I'm going to honor what was written in the contract. But yeah, sometimes in life you do learn these lessons. It is a very good lesson, by the way. What I wrote in the tweet, it was not my tweet, but I read it somewhere. Definitely, it's a very good lesson. इसकी मेरे ख्याल से उर्दू तर्जुमा वो होगा कि मुसलमान या मोमिन जो होता है वो एक सुराख से 2 दफा नहीं डसा जाता basically. But yeah, I mean, this is a lesson, and you sometimes in your vulnerability or with your courage, sometimes you just go into situations where you might, other people might not, and so yeah, I mean, there are sometimes these hard lessons for you, for you, and you need to just remember those lessons. And that's all at the moment I can talk about. I will talk about it when I'm not breaching any contract. I will do it because I do feel my value system is as such that you should talk about stuff that can help better the system or whatever. But I will do it when the time is. I am thinking about writing a book, inshallah, wo bhi main likhungi. So for it can be helpful for the girls who are taking up the sport. It would be helpful for people who are organizing the sport, because I think there's so much we can do through sport, using sport as a tool to change lives. And if we do it right, it can impact so many people. So yeah, there will be a time I'm going to.
So chalo, let's just put it this way: it was aimed at somebody. ये तो मान लो.
Yes.
Okay.
हाँ, मैंने तो इनकार नहीं किया.
चलो ठीक है. I'm not going to push you on something that you're trying to honor your contract, so I won't be doing that. Okay, on the lighter side, Sana, I have a small rapid fire for you. You know how it works. Very short answers. And you have to be honest, and you have to choose definitely. So there's no option of नहीं ये मैं नहीं जवाब दे सकती. You have to choose. Mithali Raj or Meg Lanning?
I would say अगर one day है तो मिताली राज, T20 है तो Meg Lanning.
अच्छा चलो, I'll take this answer. Jhulan Goswami or Diana Baig?
Diana Baig.
अच्छा, Harmanpreet Kaur or Chamari Athapattu?
Harman.
Favorite playing ground?
Favorite playing ground? That's a tough one. I think Lords.
Lords, yeah. Favorite captain that you played under?
That I played under. Favorite captain that I played under. वो internationally भी हो सकता है. I played one game against Susie Bates. Really enjoyed that. And Alex Blackwood with the fair break. उसमें I played under Alex Blackwood also. It was a great experience.
You played under Susie as well, right?
Yeah, in the World 11. At Lords.
All right. Okay, your personal inspiration?
In cricket, has to be Imran Khan and MS Dhoni.
MS Dhoni. Oh, wow. Commentary or coaching?
मुश्किल सवाल. दोनों चीजें बहुत अच्छी हैं, दोनों का अपना अपना इम्पैक्ट है. But अभी for now, if I have to choose, it would be commentary.
Commentary. Okay. So all Sana Mir fans, you never know, you might see her in the commentary box next time. अच्छा, ये मेरा बड़ा favorite सवाल है. बिरयानी या पुलाव?
पुलाव. ये मैंने आपके
Really?
पुराने प्रोग्राम में भी बोला। यस।
मुझे याद है।
और
और आपको पता है कि मैं हैरान हूँ।
बहुत लोगों ने मुझे इतनी शाबाश दी थी कि शुक्र है यू नेवर केम अंडर द पीयर प्रेशर ऑफ बिरयानी।
No, so I was going to say that you're the second person who I'm interviewing who said that, because Yunus Khan said the same thing. I asked him and he said pulao. He said pulao is much better.
मैं असल में दोनों नॉर्थ के लोगों से पूछा है ना, वो पेशावर से, मैं
हाँ,
एबटाबाद से।
हाँ,
तो
you're right.
नॉर्थ में
That's
हम
actually
लोग
a very
अपना
good
पुलाव
point.
बहुत खास एहतमाम से बनाते हैं।
That's true. That's true. अच्छा जी, सबा कमर, महविश हयात, मायरा खान, सज्जल अली. Rate them in order of acting or whatever.
सबा कमर, माहिरा खान, सज्जल अली, महविश हयात।
सज्जल अली, महविश हयात. Okay, fair enough. Football or tennis?
टेनिस।
Tennis. Best bowler you have faced?
Best bowler I have faced, it has to be Megan Shoot, and I'm tempted to say Shabnam Ismail also from South Africa.
From South Africa, the really quick one. Best batsman you have bowled to?
I think for one days I have to say it is Mithali Raj. It's really difficult to get her out. And for T20s, Elisa Healy. It's very difficult to bowl to her. She uses feet remarkably well. Especially I used to bowl in the power play in T20s, so I think she's one difficult batter to bowl against.
Yeah. All right, Babar, Kane Williamson, Virat, Steven Smith. Rate the following ODI batsmen. ODI
batters. I would say Kane Williamson, Smith, Virat Kohli, and who was the fourth one?
Babar.
Oh.
Ah.
let me redo. सारे बहुत मुश्किल डाल दिए आपने. I think it has to be Smith, Virat Kohli. No, Smith, Williamson. No, Williamson fourth. ये आपको edit करना पड़ेगा काफी. ठहर दो.
सोच लो.
At the moment, Smith ने तो इतना ज़्यादा खेला नहीं है in the past अभी फिलहाल. But I would say then Williamson, Virat Kohli, Babar Azam. नहीं, ये भी नहीं सही बन रहा. बहुत मुश्किल है. ज़ैनब, क्या डाल? कोई आसान वाला तो नाम डालती तुम. ये सारे बहुत अच्छे थे.
That's true.
चलो. हाँ.
अच्छा, इसका कोई जवाब नहीं है.
इसका जवाब, इसको करना मुश्किल है. दो को रख लेते हैं साथ. स्मिथ एंड विराट कोहली टुगेदर.
अच्छा, चलो ये बता दो, बाबर और केन विलियमसन में से कौन है?
केन विलियमसन.
Okay. Future upcoming star from women's cricket.
Shefali Verma from India. Definitely, she can be a very big star. Phoebe Richfield from Australia. I think I've seen her play in the Big Bash. I've played her against her in Australia when I went for the fair break. I think she can be a really good player.
All right. Your favorite sports personality? So it doesn't have to be limited to cricket.
Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, that actually is a name that so many people take. And why not? I mean, he was just inspirational as a human being as well.
Yeah, he was more than an athlete. He for so much more than just boxing. So yeah, Muhammad Ali.
All right, Sana. Thank you so much for your time. I mean, it was wonderful talking to you. Acha, do you have any message for those fans of yours who want to see you in the commentary box, or they want to see you coaching the women's team? Do you have any message for them? They want to see you again, right? It's not like तुम कहीं जाके छुप जाओगी अब आपकी पहाड़ियों में.
अभी तो देखिए मैं कहाँ छुपी हूँ, आपके साथ भी इंटरव्यू किया है और भी सोशल मीडिया पे भी चलाती रहती हूँ अपने फैंस के लिए टोटली। बट लेट्स सी, देखें इस वक्त जो हालात हैं कोरोना के, आई जस्ट want everyone to be more helpful to the people around them. I think it's an opportunity for all of us to practice our humanity. आगे जो भी हम में से जो कुछ करता है वो बहुत अच्छी बात होगी, बट एट द मोमेंट जो मैसेज मैं देना चाहूंगी फैंस को, सो आई थिंक ऑल ऑफ अस वांट टू बी लीडर्स इन आवर ओन कैपेसिटी एंड वांट टू बी हीरोज इन आवर ओन कैपेसिटी, एंड दिस कोविड हैज गिवन अस दैट अपॉर्चुनिटी। तो आई थिंक हमें इस अपॉर्चुनिटी का फायदा उठाना है और जो भी हम अपनी कैपेसिटी में कर सकते हैं, फर्ज करें आपके घर पे कोई लोग काम करते हैं जिनके बच्चे अभी आउट ऑफ स्कूल हैं, हेल्प देम विद देयर एजुकेशन, help someone with the medicines, help someone feel better, make them smile, whatever you can do. I think इस वक्त सबको इस पे नजर रखनी चाहिए. There's so much we can do, and just be grateful. अगर आप लोगों के घर पे लोग सेहतमंद हैं और चीजें नॉर्मल चल रही हैं, so we need to be very grateful.
अच्छा, जाते जाते ये बताओ कि वी आर ऑल डिप्राइव्ड ऑफ क्रिकेट सना, कोई क्रिकेट नहीं हो रही, कोई स्पोर्ट्स नहीं, अब आहिस्ता आहिस्ता स्टार्ट हो रही है, लाइक वी आर सीइंग द इंग्लिश प्रीमियर लीग वगैरह, तो पाकिस्तान का टूर आ रहा है इंग्लैंड के खिलाफ. आई मीन व्हाट डू यू थिंक अबाउट पाकिस्तान चांसेस इन इंग्लैंड? वी हैव नॉर्मली डन वेल इन इंग्लैंड, बट आपकी क्या इस पे राय है?
I think what the edge Pakistan has is with the coaching staff having that experience of performing well also. And these are the players, Misbah Bhai, Yunus Bhai, these are the players who have played good cricket in England and know the conditions. And at the moment, the team has also in the past few years done well in England. So of course there is a chance, but we know England is a really, really tough side in their conditions. So we have to be very prepared. और again मैं पहले भी ये बात की है पिछले इंटरव्यू में कि it will all depend on the kind of preparation we do. So with that bio-neutral kind of venues, हम कितना create कर पाएंगे अपने players के लिए यहाँ पर कि वो well prepare होके वहाँ पे जाएं, क्योंकि इंग्लैंड की तो ट्रेनिंग शुरू हो चुकी हैं और वो अपने हिसाब से कर रहे हैं. So it will all depend on how we are going to prepare for it also. That will be a great factor.
But like in terms of the team composition, at least you look at our team and you think, they have the capability. I mean, somebody like Babar Azam, he's just been so exceptional for Pakistan.
I think combination अभी तो इसलिए कुछ भी देखना मुश्किल है क्योंकि इतना बड़ा लॉट है 29 का. जब इसमें से टीम ये फाइनलाइज तो कॉम्बिनेशन का बैलेंस बहुत बेहतर तब समझ आएगा. बट एट द मोमेंट इन द 29 स्क्वाड यू हैव गॉट एवरीथिंग. You have got 2 keepers, you have got fast bowlers, you have got all kinds of batters who can stay at the wicket, who can do explosive hitting. You have all that combination. So it will all depend कि final combination कैसे बनता है. But definitely we have a very mature side. They have a really good memory of England for the Champions Trophy. So they have won a big tournament there. Most of these people were part of it. So it definitely that plays a huge role in the kind of goal setting the team does. So जो आपका एक टीम का अपना एक DNA हो जाता है ना, victory DNA, वो एक बहुत अच्छा है इस वक्त हो सकता है because these players have performed.
And even evolution wise, Sana, I mean, do you think Babar has just improved with every game? Even you see him in terms of test cricket as well. He's a great asset, isn't it, for Pakistan cricket?
I think what I really, the edge I would give Babar is not only his consistent performance, but he has got a very good head on his shoulders. He's a very level-headed cricketer. अगर आप देखें उसको अभी लोग बहुत विराट कोहली से कंपेयर करते हैं, ये करते हैं, he never gives in to it. वो हमेशा कह देते हैं नहीं जी, he's a legend and I'm going to work on it. And that's the difference between Babar Azam and all the youngsters we had in the past who had the potential to become a Babar Azam or Virat Kohli. So I think वो जो एक element है बाबर का, that can be a distinguishing factor if he remains like that, because of course with fame, with authority, life tests you in so many ways. So if he can keep that humility in him as a cricketer, great asset.
Okay, Sana, I will do the editing job.
Sorry.
But
Sorry.
yeah, don't worry about it. Thank you so much for your time. I know it's very difficult in Ahmedabad. और क्या चाय पी रही हो, क्या पी रही हो यार? मुझे भी पास कर दो, मैंने तो कुछ नहीं खाया पिया
पानी
सब।
पानी पानी
पानी,
ग्लास के कप में।
water. Look, I've got water as well. And thank you so much for your time once again. Enjoy your time in Ahmedabad. I know this is a time for you to sort of, enjoy your family time. Stay safe, stay healthy. And मैं आ रही हूँ पुलाव खाने, तो कहीं ना जाओ।
बिल्कुल आ जाओ, बिल्कुल आ जाओ। पिछला एक वीक जो था वो थोड़ा गर्म रहा था, बट वी आर होपिंग कि आगे बारिशें स्टार्ट हो रही हैं अहमदाबाद में, सो आ जाओ, मोस्ट वेलकम।
बस ठीक है, मैं अपना ये थोड़ा सा कोविड की सिचुएशन सेटल डाउन करे तो फिर मैं आती हूँ, वरना लोग कहेंगे, सबको कहती है घर बैठो और खुद चली गई अहमदाबाद पुलाव खाने। Okay, okay, Sana. Thank you so much. Take care. Goodbye.
बाय बाय।
Okay.